Hey guys, and welcome back for yet another unrelenting Hellfire Comms movie commentary. I don't know why I'm sticking with unrelenting nowadays. It's just a fun word, I guess. We've got a pretty big cast for this one, and this particular movie commentary was voted for by you guys. It is Digimon the Movie, and yes, we're doing the dub. From HFC, we have Volkamar.
Yup.
We have X-Gamer Richy.
Hello.
And joining us from Digital Paradox, we have Digital Alchemist.
Hello.
And we have Valkyrion.
Yes, but I shall be going through by my name for this to avoid confusion with Volk.
Which is?
Kieran.
Okay, Volk and Kieran. Now that nobody's confused, let's continue. All the syncing information and such that you guys will need is in the video description, so let's get to it. Same sync, guys, from Digital Paradox. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1. I have not watched this movie in now on a decade.
Same here. It's going to be interesting.
Watched this far more recently, and yeah, it's a massive nostalgic rush.
I think I return to it every couple of years just to replenish my memory of beautiful dub goodness.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Digimon the Movie is basically the bastard child of 3 Japanese films. According to Wikipedia, it contains footage from Digimon Adventure, Digimon Adventure Our War Game, ! And Digimon Adventure 02. And they basically, cobble it together, and there's 40 minutes of scenes from the individual Japanese versions cut out to save time, and several plot changes. The main theme song to the movie is the Digirap, a remixed and reworking of the theme song from the TV series. Oh my god, I wish I could have purged this from my memory.
No luck, I'm afraid.
No, I want this playing on repeat whilst I'm walking down the street. That's what I want.
But guys, we're missing the Angela Anaconda part as well.
Fuck you, okay?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well, I actually, to make it correct, it's the Angelamon short.
Oh, why did I ever tolerate that fucking abomination of a show?
I don't know. I remember, trying to find a decent copy of the film for this commentary. There's a version of this on YouTube which has the Angelamon, and it's, oh my good god, it's awful.
Yeah, I remember specifically in one of our art lessons in school, the teacher played an episode of Angela Anaconda to demonstrate the whole, the paper technique.
This is such a weird show.
And how to never use it.
Here's how you don't do art.
Oh, Jesus. So, Digi, we'll start with you, and then I'll head over to Kieran. What's your history with Digimon, mate?
I got into it way back in 01 when it first came out over here. And we got the majestic dub. And I think it was one of those shows that I distinctly remember running home from school for, probably nearly running myself over in traffic on the way back, to scramble home, throw my bag in the door and slam the TV on. So I could watch. I was that into it as a kid. And fun fact, it's never changed. I still love it. So yeah, my history is from sort of the beginning, as it were. Not to sound like a hipster or anything.
Well, you already called it 01 instead of just Digimon Season 1, so I think we know where you stand.
Sorry.
Kieran, what about you, mate? How'd you get into Digimon?
All coming home, usually the same time, it being on the glory that was Fox Kids. And then Jack.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people liked Pokemon growing up, but I was never that fond of it. I preferred Digimon because they actually fought each other to the death instead of knocking each other out.
If there's no bloodshed in my children's TV show, I just can't enjoy it. I don't know about you.
Exactly. These monsters should be killing each other, not battling each other into submission.
Yeah, we won't talk about that Digimon movie where Leomon dies within the first 2 minutes.
You mean every single iteration of Digimon? He's the sacrificial lion Digimon.
Oh look, it's Leomon. Oh look, it's not Leomon.
He may as well just be called Mufasamon. Long live the king.
Yeah, he's pretty much Aslan.
I've come to the conclusion that Leomon is the Sean Bean of Digimon.
His inclusion in the credits should be a spoiler.
There's not actually much going on in this first part of the movie. It's basically it's kind of like a backstory to the show itself, isn't it? When a Greymon and that parrot thing just appears and Tai and Kari see it.
That parrot thing, yes, Parrotmon, that one.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yes.
did I forget to add the suffix of mon?
How dare you reference a Digimon without its file type, you plebeian heathen.
Oh, I'm sorry, Digital Alchemist Mon-san.
Senpai.
No, I'm the senpai in this group, I think you'll find. Let's head over to the HFC side of things. Richie, how did you get into Digimon?
Pretty much, yeah, watching it as a kid on TV and just being in love with it. I was one of the weird kids who loved both Pokemon and Digimon. So, I mean, that was like sacrilege at the time, but I was one of those kids. And yeah, then loved it through, Digimon Adventure Series 2, which was '02, and through Tamers, and then it got to the end of Tamers, and then I kind of never ended up watching it again for many, many years.
Same, yeah.
And then I came back to it, like, a couple of years ago now, and rewatched the entirety of the original Digimon Adventure, and was just like, oh my god, this was actually as wonderful as I remember it being. The movie, I still love it. It's still a nostalgic joy for me, but I'm now looking at it from a more critical eye and just thinking, oh god.
That's kind of cute. They're just kind of whistling the Digimon theme. What about you, Volk? How did you get into Digimon?
Well, let's see. I started the same place as most people, I would imagine, with the first series, and I watched the second and third season as well, Digimon Tamers. Then I kind of forgot about it for an undeterminate amount of years. And then afterwards I played about 100 hours of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth on the stream, and before I know it, my love for Digimon has been reignited.
www.twitch.tv/HellfireComs. Volk streams there all the time. Why am I shelling on my own channel? I don't know.
Chill harder.
The people deserve to know!
The people need answers, Tom!
Alright, this is a really serious, actually adult question. I'm going to go to each of you in turn for this. Richie, favourite season?
Oh, I hate you. Digimon Adventures, first series.
Digi?
First.
Volk?
Tamers, no question about it.
Kieran?
Tamers.
Yep,
Gallimon.
it's got to be Tamers. That's 3-2, and that means we win.
Gallantmon, though. How can you not enjoy Gallantmon?
I really did enjoy Tamers. I think, like, you know, like Richy and Volk, I kind of gave up after Tamers. But yeah, it was an interesting idea, and it certainly kept me hooked enough to watch sort of like half of the season, and then I just kind of died out with growing up and stuff and not having the time to watch it. But I can't fault Tamers in any way, shape or form, so don't get me wrong.
I'm not sure how I feel about Digimon that are just like blobs, just faces walking around. Oh god, the dub soundtrack, get it out!
Oh, yes!
The Fog Soul
The
Brother.
soundtrack for the dub is like the best thing about the film.
Go to hell, Richie, Jesus Christ.
Okay. In the dub soundtrack's defence, I learned of a really good ska band because of it. So Less Than Jake, who you'll hear later on, they
yeah.
did All My Best Friends Are
Less Than
Metalheads.
Jake's so good.
Yeah, that song is so good, and they
You
got
think it's
that song.
and so on.
Yeah, that song got me into them because of this film. So I will have no slander.
I might have to stop myself from singing it when it comes on, but we'll see.
Yeah, please, I don't want to get content ID'd.
Me and Volk just duetting us into strike submission.
Yeah, YouTube will come in and be like, turn that CD off.
Back then we didn't have Walkmans.
Okay, I'm just going down the cast list here. We have Joshua Seth as Ty Kamiya, and Kari, his sister, is voiced by Lara Jill Miller. I guess I'll read out more as they come up.
Probably a good idea.
Scene here is honestly one of the most endearing things I've ever seen in an anime, pure because I've never heard a pink blob go with Karikari tie-tie in my life, and I didn't know how much I needed it in my life until I heard it.
Personal space, man, Jesus.
And so the egg was planted.
Oh, God. Xenomorph Mon.
Just suddenly, just a whole bunch of Pokemon just burst out of Ty's chest. And there you go, that's the end of a Digimon movie.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Kari becomes the next Ripley.
Is shit just funny in Japan? It's a thing I've noticed throughout multiple
It is,
animes.
yes. It's a very, like, hilarious kind of running gag that's gone on throughout the years. That's why you get, like, squishy poop plushies and stuff like that. They have a history of being enthralled by shit.
Isn't one of those Digimon literally shit?
Yep, that's Sukamon. Yeah.
But as well as Sukamon, there is Numemon, Namemon, Platinum Numemon and Platinum
Sukamon,
Sukamon. So there's
I was
like
just about
at
to
least
say
7 Digimon based on poop.
Oh god, don't Digivolve in here!
Oh shit, my bunk bed! That took 2 hours to build!
Mum's gonna be pissed.
IKEA just don't build them like they used to.
Giant Agumon.
Mum wouldn't let us keep the stray dog, she's not gonna let us keep this.
Baby Kari is adorable in this.
Fucking
Yes,
fearless.
Baby Kari is indeed adorable.
This is all just a big adventure for her.
And Ty's just like, oh god, don't let Mum in! Don't let Mum in!
I love that. Did you kids break another lamp?
How would you even begin to explain this?
You wouldn't. You'd just kind of point at it and hope for the best.
Bullshit like you've never bullshit in your life.
Useful skill to learn for later life, I suppose.
The one thing that I will point out is that considering this is canon within the Digimon universe, I have no idea how they fixed the house, or how anybody forgot that this happened, because, I mean, it's just like, surely you would not forget a massive blooming yellow dinosaur coming and, like, growing in your house, destroying your bunk bed, bursting out the side of your wall, and then destroying an area of Japan, and you're just like, how do you forget that, and how did the parents not realise something really weird's gone on?
Oh, Richie, sweet, naive, poor little Richie. It's anime, no one cares!
I can only assume that there's some sort of Men in Black thing going on where they wipe their memories afterwards.
Do you know what? I think there was.
Anime says, fuck your continuity!
I think they attempted to explain this all away by basically saying, yeah, anyone who witnessed the event, they had their memory wiped when, like, something happened in the digital world. I'm sure they tried to explain it away, and I'm just sat there going, no, this is not how this works.
Well, if you watch Digimon Try, there's like a whole government thing going on. I'm not even sure if that was in like 01 and 02. Digi, you know more about this than most of us would care to admit. Is that how things got solved?
The sort of government agency thingy in Try was only, as far as I can gather, was only sort of introduced recently in terms of the timeline.
Okay.
So sort of when they all came into like their senior years, like the years it's set. That seems to be when they kind of started putting that together, because the digital world was starting to phase into the real world a lot more than it used to. So they had to put up this kind of protection agency that was like, shit, Digimon are coming out of the warp again, get someone out. So it's more of a sort of a human protection thing that kind of got recently introduced.
I like that, how it came out of what is essentially a giant digital egg.
Yes, basically, yeah, it's just like, I have been birthed, hello, I am a giant fucking parrot.
Now, the first question on my mind is what the hell is my bird doing on this show?
Caca!
Yeah, I have a bird exactly the same as that bird, basically.
I like to think this is like Jontron's parrot or something.
Jox is back from war.
Digital warp.
Caca, I'm here for all the crackers.
Quick, we need Rockington!
So, is this the same Agumon that they get later on, or is this a different one?
Dude, the thing's like 10 times the size of the Agumon Tai would eventually have.
Yeah, it's explicitly stated at some point during the canon that this is a different one.
Aww.
It's the deluxe edition, limited to 10 in the world only.
Okay, Parrotmon is voiced by David Lodge, and I think Red Greymon, coming up here, is voiced by Bob Pappenbrook.
Mm-hmm.
I got all the trivia.
See, we could call you Greymon, but we're just going to call you Bob.
When I was younger, I used to have this really adorable Greymon plushie that my brother bought me while we were on holiday. I don't know what happened to it, though.
Did you make it fight with other plushes and it lost badly?
Probably, yeah.
And here's the first sort of dealing with the actual Digimon theme that is still badass as fuck all these years later.
Don't know if I'd call it badass, but it's...
How dare you? Get out.
Get out of my own commentary.
Yes.
I'm hosting the call. But yeah, it's catchy at the very least. I can't hate it. Alright, I'll just be honest. Like, I liked the Digimon anime, but I was always more for Pokemon, really.
Heathen.
Yeah, I think show-wise, Digimon has it, like, it's a sound winner in that regard.
Oh god, yeah.
Okay, do that again without nearly crushing us, Greymon.
Oh, sorry, I'll just die elsewhere. I'm sorry.
You're so considerate.
I'll give you a 10 for the explosions, but a 2 for nearly killing us.
And this would be a really good point to evolve into Metal Red Greymon.
He'll probably evolve to Skull Greymon, if anything.
In fact, let's just skip the bullshit and go straight into War Greymon.
Oh, my favourite Digimon. So, is the lore behind this, like, anyone who saw this fight gets a Digimon?
Basically,
Yes.
yeah. All the people who are currently witnessing this, so it had a shot of it earlier of all like Matt, TK, and Joe, and everyone observing that, like Sora there. Everyone, all the kids who watched this would later become the Digidestined.
You gotta feel sorry for the one kid who, like, really wanted an imaginary friend or something, but has really thick double glazing, so he didn't wake up.
Turns out that's how Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends got started.
Yeah. Oh, they're going digital!
Also, we're seeing this. Where are our Digimon?
Wow, that's really better.
Going digital, also a great piece of dub soundtrack.
It's decent, it's decent.
Well, the music choice, I think, in general is pretty top-notch.
Oh yeah, I think personally, out of all of like the dub original tracks, so from the movie there's Let's Kick It Up, nothing can beat that ever.
Yeah, that's glorious.
Here We Go, which is the one that they used in Adventure 2 when they actually went into the digital world. I will always love that.
Oh, is that
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Sorry for the really weak rendition of that.
And here we go! That one, yeah.
Oh, this is probably my favourite part of the movie.
Oh god, yeah.
This is from our war game, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, with going back to the soundtrack for a minute, with things like Here We Go, I'm pretty sure Let's Kick It Up, and also Hey Digimon, which also gets used in this film, and I think Going Digital as well. Quite a lot of those songs were used in Digimon 02. Like, what would generally happen in the episodes was that you'd get to the ending fight, and then one of those songs would kick in, and it was always really badass.
Yeah, I like Kick It Up the most, I think.
I have a tiny bit of trivia here, which is related to Izzy's voice actor, but not Digimon in general.
Yeah.
I've been watching through Fate's Day Night Unlimited Blade Works recently with a friend of mine, and we've been watching the dub, and the voice of young Shiro, the protagonist, is actually Izzy's voice actor.
Ha, nice.
And they're both orange-haired as well.
Izzy is voiced by Mona Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
And she also voices Terriermon, who we'll be seeing later.
Ah, Terriermon is so based.
Don't look at my proclamation of love!
I'm a teenager, I'm allowed to have feelings you wouldn't understand. Given he would take. Love that line.
This art style is like so removed from the TV show.
I know. It looks really different, but I really like it, honestly.
I really like it. It's kind of Hosada's style. That's Mamoru Hosada, by the way, who's the director, who would go on to direct such classics as The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Summer Wars, which is essentially Digimon but better.
Dude, I want to cover The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I love that film.
Such a good film. Also, just to go back to the soundtrack, Bare Naked Ladies, 1 week, best song on the
Yes! I love me some Bare Naked Ladies.
This is like such like a product of its time because it's so cynically like translated for the American audiences with like the music choices and such, but not in a way that I think detracts from the overall thing.
No, it's definitely still got that charm. Yeah.
I think Izzy was one of my favourite characters in the original.
Always love Izzy.
I have to say, I was always really very much a fan of TK. I think that's because I was the small, young child when this came out, so he was the one that I kind of associated with the most.
I could see myself in him. I felt like I was in there.
Hype in 3, 2, 1. There she goes.
That child is so excited.
So that's basically Donnie. We're recording this on Donnie's birthday.
Did they go to Target or something like that? Because that looks like a Target bag.
I think they did, yeah.
Tiger in Japan. Okay.
Target 2! Let me in! A Taiwanese man is trying to sell me Viagra!
The eggs hatched!
I love this. I love the running joke of the fact that Ty's mum is so fucking useless at cooking.
Well, I don't think it's actually useless at cooking, it's just that she cooks really healthy stuff.
To the poisonous, extent.
I don't know why, but there's something oddly endearing in just about a blob with one singular eye. Just wandering around going, ha, I'm cute and I know it.
Just watching him prod across the screen like that. I could have that as a screensaver.
Do you happen to know what this little critter's name is?
That would be Kurumon, I believe.
Yeah, offhand I don't, but I know what it evolves into.
A little bit of Pac-Man. Why not?
What level is this? I don't remember this.
Oh, this is amazing. That better be some really fucking good chocolate.
No, I make that mistake in retail all the time. You don't need a virus to do that.
Like, he just drops the change.
I'm not sure what part I love about that the most. Her going paper or plastic, or him just blah, 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 and just dropping money down.
Well, I've tried to sell magazines to people for nearly £3,000, so I can sympathise with her ever so slightly.
God bless you, Volk. God bless you.
Kai's mother has some, like, really good reflexes to dodge both those kids and not spill the drinks.
Well, I guess Ty's just that hyper, I guess.
It's probably Kyrie as well.
Yeah.
Quick, we need a CRT to play Smash Brothers!
Oh, this is so nostalgic, even though I'm actually looking at a CRT monitor right now.
Oh, wow, you've gone vintage old school for this, Colin.
Well, no, it's just because I never really got a flat screen. Oh god, look at that Windows 95 ass fucking OS.
Still better than Vista.
Dial up! Dial up!
XP and 7 for life.
Oh god, it is dial-up.
It is dial up, yeah. Because later on he has to get a satellite phone.
Karamon, that's it.
To be fair, I'm quite happy with Windows 10 at the minute, but we'll see whether anything goes wrong in the future.
But Richie, does Windows 10 have an app to go into the digital world? I don't think so.
No, it doesn't, which is really unfortunate.
Not yet.
That's a Windows 95 exclusive. I am here! Ty is so wondrously oblivious for 90% of this film, and it's the best thing.
I connected Ty on a
Spiritual
intelligence level.
Jedi!
I just like how expressive everything is in this movie. Like, the animation style makes everything much more expressive.
This is a really weird bootleg version of Soda.
Almost just like, oh, who else is here? Everybody's fucking Digimon.
Well, I get a really wide selection of starter Pokemon in this version.
It's dangerous to go along. Take this.
Take all of them.
Well, it's better than just having Terriermon, Patamon, and Harugamon.
True. Oh, Patamon.
You're so adorable.
My heart.
One of my favourite things in this movie was that in the previous quote-unquote movie with young Ty and Carrie, is when the truck goes to crash on Eggman and he jumps over, the driver's like, the passenger's saying to the driver, did you see that? And he's like, no, I was sleeping. But you're driving!
I love how Gatamon's just walking into the wall there. It's just like, yep, I'm just minding my own business.
I'm too OP. Look at me. I'm like a pint-sized champion. This isn't fair.
Still worries me that people can't get their head around that Gatamon is a champion level.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, she's one of the smallest.
That means nothing.
Yes, it does. Size means everything.
I find it more perplexing just Gatomon in general, because put it this way, it starts as Salamon, which is a dog, then it digivolves into Gatomon, which is a cat, then it digivolves into Angelwomon, which is obviously a human angel, and then it digivolves into Magnetron, which is a pink, fluffy dragon.
Well,
what about any of that evolution line makes any sense?
It's a pink, fluffy dragon in this, at least. I think it gets retconned to something else later on.
Well, I suppose it makes a bit more sense than just a wolf magically getting cargo pants.
The fucking grandmother.
You're selling ties?
Oh, she's using Izzy as a fucking guinea pig.
That boy is going to die.
As long as it's not any of Kyoko's rank-ass coffee, anybody who's played Cyber Sleuth will know exactly what I mean.
Also, Mimi's voicemail message is the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Soy and sour cream coffee. Just thinking about it makes my skin crawl.
Just tea, thanks.
I'm happy with a cappuccino, thanks, Kyoko.
He's been out with the shaker for a while. Wouldn't you've run out by now?
I wish to be in a better anime.
Why couldn't I have been in Pokemon?
Ah, that face, so good.
You okay there?
But she volunteered to be sawed in half, you guys. She can't help save the world.
I always love that line.
Carrie's fucking hardcore when you think about it. Yeah, I'm just gonna get casually sawn in half.
Easy reflexes in 3. There we go.
Ugh. Can't you just order a pizza?
Don't worry, we'll be ordering a pizza later on in the movie.
Oh, thank God. There's a weird, subplot of, Ty and Sora's relationship in this movie, which is funny if you think about it. Because she ends up going out with Matt.
No. I refuse to believe it happened.
Sort of. I mean, there's Digimon Tri, which kind of leaves things up in the air.
Digimon Tri is essentially setting itself up for the biggest triangle of love failure known to man.
So that's what the Tri stands for.
Yep.
Because the problem is that they're throwing in so much subtext with Matt and Ty that Kari's just kind of shoved to the side. Just like, okay, this
I
is
think
a
you
new
mean
idea.
Sora.
Sorry, Sora.
He went to Japan there for a second.
Sorry.
And you see, this all could have been avoided if Matt would have just been happy with Davis's sister.
Basically. Sorry, I was thinking of TK and Kari as well at the same time. I'm getting my ships mixed up. I'm so sorry. I'm a failure.
The password is password.
No, it's prodigious, which is a synonym for awesome.
Nom 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 nom.
Delicious shitposts.
Oh, that's what the mighty find the spaghetti.
I just always thought that the internet just looked like 4chan message boards.
I mean, this entire sequence right here is basically, I think, where they got the idea for Summer Wars, because it looks nigh on identical, to be fair.
Yeah, you can tell where the seeds of Oz kind of appeared, can't you?
Yeah.
Summer Wars is great, by the way.
Parts of this kind of look like, I haven't played it, but like the starting areas of Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
It does a little bit. Like, the areas in Cyber Sleuth are generally quite, trippy like that.
Oh, I love Kabuterimon.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, fun fact, when I was playing through Cyber Sleuth, I got Kabuterimon and Kabugamon mixed up, and I felt so bad about it.
Ooh,
It's fine.
Rookie mistake.
It's fine.
It's like, amateur mistake. It's like, leave me alone, I haven't watched Digimon in 10 years.
I have failed you all. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Infirmon in the goddamn house. Just looks like it looks like a peanut with racing stripes, honestly.
I will attack the ones with allergies first. Hate things with multiple legs, Jesus.
He's so creepy.
Yeah.
Well, he's a virus type, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he's no Creepymon, that's for sure.
He's not there yet. Yeah, and? Your point?
Both Infamon and his evolution, Diaboromon, and I believe Caramon, which was the one before, are voiced by Paul St. Peter. Do we all know who that is in, other video games?
Personally, I don't.
It's Xemnas.
Yeah, Xemnas.
Oh, no.
Well, that explains why I wouldn't have heard of it. I'm not much of a Kingdom Hearts player.
Digimon are the champions.
Ty, can you really trust Matt?
Matt, are you certain you can trust Sora? Are you certain you're not jealous of Ty's relationship with Sora?
Oh no, he's gonna crash their Digivolution. Oh shit! Greymon.exe has encountered fatal error and needs to close.
Attacked during transformation.
That's not cool.
You see, this is what all people need to do. Don't just wait for them to transform, just wreck their shit whilst they're doing it.
Ah, yes, they put the exit sign there because the audience won't be able to figure out what he was doing otherwise.
I'm really looking forward to when we see Tentamon's Mega Evolution and Tri.
Oh, yes.
Hercules Kabuterimon.
He looks so dope.
It's like the beefiest insect imaginable.
Oh yeah, I really genuinely hope that we get to see Magna Angemon at the end of it. I will cry if I don't, because he is majestic as balls. I'm so excited.
You notice they're really going ham on the Mega forms.
Oh god, yeah.
They're not holding back, which is something the original series did for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, we only really got Wargreymon and Metal Garurumon, and we didn't really get anything else, and it was kind of a shame, because I would have loved to have seen, like, Seraphimon and all that sort of malarkey in there as well, but it would be a long time before we actually got to see it in the series, and I kind of wish they kind of did it then, whilst it was, hype as shit. I guess that's kind of why I liked Tamers overall, because I felt like the first series of Digimon kind of became the tie and match show eventually. And with Tamers, it's just 3 characters. Well, 4 if you count Impmon as their own separate character.
Well, there were more later on, yeah.
But it gave you much more room for character development, and all the characters sort of were relevant and stayed that way.
I'm sorry, are you denying the glory of Beelzemon?
Oh no, absolutely not. Beelzemon's my favourite Digimon and favourite character by extension. Just how they handled it in Tamers was just absolutely phenomenal.
That's the biker one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the giant cannon.
So I love how the phone systems are all down here, so what you essentially have to do is, like, leave a message, and then they'll call you back.
Phone tag!
Oh, no, you have to check 4 messages, yeah.
Yeah, you ring up to leave a message, then you have to ring up to check if you have a message, then you have to ring up to leave one back, and then they ring up to check.
God, I'll just go out and see them. That's just, like, long.
It would be faster.
But then the problem is that TK and Matt are with their grandmother, who is voiced by the same person who voices Mimi.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're both voiced by Felice Sampler, who also voices Cody.
Okay. My favourite of the O2 Digidestined. Oh, here we go. They're explaining it now. I thought they did it earlier.
They're essentially playing saying it's phone tag.
Oh, we spoiled the whole film.
That's alright, there is another quote-unquote film coming up.
There's another half of a film, yeah.
Well, that's kind of why I've liked this movie, because it's kind of like getting 3 mini-movies in one.
I mean, yeah, it was kind of a hack job, but I never really saw any, like, glaring continuity errors. I mean, there's a massive time skip. Well, I guess there's already been a time skip, but jumping to the O2 crowd is a little bit disorientating if you don't know what's going on.
Well, I will tell you what happened with the development of Digimon the Movie. So I think Jeff Nimoy, who was one of the main writers on it, along with Bob Buchholz, however you pronounce that, both of them wanted to, I think, just do Digimon Adventure the Movie and Digimon Adventure Our War Game, so these first 2 sections, as like a 40-minute special, and then do Digimon Adventure 02, Digimon Hurricane Touchdown / Supreme Evolution, The Golden Digimentals.
Jeff Nimoy, by the way, is the voice of the glorious Cabby and Kid number 3. No, I'm just kidding. He's Tentomon, Kabuterimon, and also Mega Kabuterimon.
You know, the funny thing is, I probably would have believed you if he hadn't said that bit at the end.
No, he does voice Cabby and Kid number 3.
This is most prized roles. He talks about it all the time.
I don't know why, but when you said Kid number 3, I thought of number 3 from Codename Kids Next Door.
So basically, they wanted to do that, but I think whoever owns the rights, 20th Century Fox, only had the rights for one Digimon movie, and I think they wanted them to have all 3 so that they could make the most of the license, but then that meant that they couldn't get it into really a neat 90-minute chunk, because they wanted to have that, the first 2 as one, and then the other as a 60-minute special.
Okay.
But because the people from on high wanted to merge it together, they kind of had to, and so that meant cutting out loads of the scenes and reworking the entire last sequence, as well as reworking bits of this sequence to try and make a coherent narrative.
There you go.
And I think that, on the whole, considering you're trying to tie together 3 basically unrelated films, I think they did a pretty amazing job.
Yeah, fair play to them. They did past, present, and future.
It's like, it's such a difficult job to do, and considering you've also got to do all the localizing elements, I think they did really well.
Yes, the best song!
Pretending not the same as you! Oh my god, that song is so good. I'm so glad I got to see Les and Jake live in some point in my lifetime.
I'm going to be really sad and equate this to video games again. I remember this from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
Oh, yeah.
I do have to stop and wonder, though, just how many people this Digimon killed by fucking over the internet.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, nice thing about that is that, so they allude to him taking over the internet in this, but then what happens in Summer Wars is the same thing happens, but they show you what happens when something fucks with the internet. So they kind of take I think Summer Wars does really nicely. It takes the unsaid things from Digimon the movie and kind of says them, but keeps the same
Another example of that is in the Archie Mega Man comic, where there's like an EMP burst and all the electronics go down, and you see like planes falling out of the sky and whatnot.
God damn it, Floyd.
Old people!
Back in my day, we had to brain our clocks ourselves. Oh God, Izzy, calm it down, man.
Can I just say a little bit of trivia that hardly anybody would know, but Genai is, I'm pretty sure, based on a famous Japanese man called Hiraga Genai, who was an Edo period Japanese pharmacologist, and he's basically the guy who created the electrostatic generator in Japan. At least I'm pretty sure that is who he's referencing, because there's only one real figure in Japanese history that is called Genai, and also he's used in Okami as Gen. And actually on his Wikipedia entry, he is mentioned, so...
Remind me, what was Genai's role in the original series?
Sort of a guide to the Digidestined. He sort of lived in the digital world and just sort of tried to help them out.
Yeah, he was a guide and kind of like... He had a safe zone that all the Digimon could be in at any one point.
Okay.
So he kind of protected them whilst they weren't necessarily needed and stuff like that.
Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go around the table and ask for a vote again. Digi, War Greymon or Metal Garurumon?
Fucking War Greymon.
Kieran?
War Greymon.
Volk?
I'm gonna have to rep my boy Metal Garurumon. He has missiles and shit.
Richie?
War Greymon all the way.
And War Greymon for me, so that's 4-1. Sorry, Volk, you are a shit.
Damn. Well, at least I'm not a sheep. Racing Peanuts digivolves into Lanky Arm Man.
Oh, God, no. Oh, poor Patamon.
Patamon just got joned.
This really is the Ty and Matt show.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, they don't even digivolve, for God's sake.
I mean, if Patamon had Digivolve, this guy would have been fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Just like one portal to another dimension later, everything would have been done, sorted.
With the power of Jesus.
Well, Jesmon isn't in this, but we'll leave that for now. Damn, he's got some fancy feet on him.
Really like Diabaramon's design. I think he looks pretty cool.
He's, like, very devilish without overdoing the design.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's definitely some over-designed Digimon that exist.
Okay, like, the juice is starting to repeat on Izzy, and I recall vaguely, like, when I saw the trailer for this, I thought he was, like, becoming brainwashed or something. Because I had no context to the scene at all. And off he goes. What a hero.
I'm not sure why Ty's making such a big deal. It's not as if Izzy was really doing anything. Like, Tentomon was getting wrecked.
He was basically responding to fan mail. You fucking idiot, Ty.
Oh, God.
War Greymon has performed an illegal operation and will now shut down.
Shove.
Ty, you stupid fucking idiot.
I love how he tried to control alt delete. Bless you, son. That's a blue screen. You ain't getting out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Damn you, Packard Bell!
10 hours later. Oh, cool. I can actually click stuff now.
Well, SSD drives weren't invented back then, so booting time takes absolutely forever.
So, yeah, the thing with Sora is Ty threw up in her hat, and then she put on the hat, and then stuff happened.
He tried to apologise, yeah, so when they were kids, he threw up in a hat by accident. She didn't realise till she put it on. He tried to apologise by giving her a hair clip. She hated the hair clip, told him he was a doofus, and they've never done since.
Wait, hang on.
The hair clip was in this bit of the canon, so, like, when they're this age, he gets her a hair clip to kind of say, I like you. And then she's just like, what, so you don't like my hair? And then they basically get into an argument because of that.
Sora is petty as fuck. Get over it.
She really is.
Oh my god, he's checking the forums.
He's on 4chan. He's on 4chan. It's just like, damn it, my Metal Garurumon got wrecked. You said this wouldn't happen.
What Greymon a shit.
Lol, scrub.
Should have just got a Lilithmon.
I do like how Ty's kind of all like, you didn't have to read it so well. It's just like, now's not the time to compliment his acting abilities, Ty.
Speaking of time.
Diaboromon's actually kind of intimidating there.
Ooh. Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Kablooey.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
How very like a virus to multiply.
Control-C, Control-V. The most dubious of techniques within the digital world.
Oh god, he's got on a macro. He's just holding it down. Shit.
Wait, how did he know that? It's just like, oh, I just have the Pentagon in my bookmarks. You know, it's fine. I know all this info.
I imagine it would have been all over the news like straight away.
Well, Willis is the kid from America who's trying to help them out. So he's kind of in on the system as well.
How can they understand him then?
Google Translate.
I don't think Google was even a thing back in 1999.
Bing Translate.
You know, I'll give this to the Digimon anime. When they, like, localized it, they didn't try to pretend that they were in America, like with Phoenix Wright.
I sure do love these hamburgers and donuts.
Oh, eat your hamburgers, Agumon.
I think the only thing that they did do is they did change, like, simplify some of the names, because I think otherwise it would have been a little bit difficult for young kids to figure. I mean, you probably could have gotten used to it, but I think, considering the target audience they were going for, things like Takaishi for TK, it's a little bit too much, or the fact that Matt's Yamato.
Yeah.
And they just sound a little bit odd to our ears, but then the way that they all shrunk them down a little bit just worked for the younger audience they were targeting.
Well, you gotta remember, this came out in 1999, so anime wasn't nearly as widespread as it is nowadays.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. I mean, we had Pokemon, Digimon, and maybe Flint the Time Detective. I know.
Oh,
Flint the
fuck
Time
yeah.
Detective was hella rad.
Fox Kids and Jetix represent.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of years later, we started getting other anime on like Nickelodeon and Toonami, like One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Outlaw Star.
I never actually watched Outlaw Star.
It's fucking rad. If you don't catch the intro, turn off the fucking channel.
This is Here We Go, by the way.
Oh, Yole.
Ah, so hype.
But the thing about the names is the way they did it in the first episode, I remember, is that they had their Japanese names, but then put the English name in the middle, so it was like a nickname.
Even the Shaolin monks are getting involved.
Also, the kid in the mountain range there on his laptop, yeah, from Termas.
Is that Rio?
Yeah, Rio.
The dude with the fuck-off awesome Digimon who pwns everyone?
Yeah, fucking Rio.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's, like, deep in the Digimon lore, not just the anime, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe so. I don't remember much of it, admittedly, but I do somewhat remember that he was a major player.
Also, nukes have been launched. How is, like, the world not panicking?
Well, I think they are panicking, they're just not cutting to them like in every other anime ever.
It's like, quick, the camera's on us, act natural. And then the camera's on, we're all going to die!
If it was me, I'd be sobbing in a corner, just like, oh boy, nuclear apocalypse.
Okay, this is proof positive of why you spare your Digimon. Otherwise, this shit happens.
Yeah.
I like how War Greymon's lost his claw, so he's just gonna try and punch them to death.
No, he's got the giant energy ball.
I like how they all stopped as if Diabramon was saying, you're talking shit. Have some of this.
Talk shit, get hit.
Oh god, this is brutal.
And down Wargreymon goes. Oh shit.
Jesus.
Oh fuck.
You won't get this in Pokemon.
Yeah, I think this is the first time, like, people kind of genuinely, if you hadn't watched the series, like, properly, this is kind of the first time you realise, shit, they're actually in danger. They could die here.
Is Izzy really handling the situation, or is he just watching replies to something that got on the front page of Reddit?
He's basically Reddit lurking, yeah.
Upvote, upvote, upvote.
to go to the Japanese soundtrack for a second, this piece of music here, where they actually go in, is really nice on its own. It's such a nice kind of... hopeful is the word I'm looking for. It is just a really nice track. So I'm glad that they kept some of the original Japanese OST in it as well, because it does really add to it.
Well, Pokemon did that all the time as well.
I don't! You'll go to the Midnight Channel!
Well, Greymon, my babu, come to me!
Oh god, now I just pictured, like, Greymon doing the whole resave thing in Persona 4. Oh god, the horror!
Wow, VR technology's really come along well.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like I'm actually in the internet right now.
Oh shit, where's 4chan?
Oh, there's 4chan off in the corner.
It's just a giant turd floating around in Digispace.
Man, you're shitting on 4chan, something fierce. V and Co for life, motherfuckers.
Because he's dead, Matt.
The thing I especially like in this scene is that Ty and Matt don't have lines around them. It's just colours.
Oh yeah, good point.
The Digimon have still got their coloured lines around them, but Matt and Ty don't have a definition. So it's like they are data, but they're not meant to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of has that little juxtaposition, which is really nice.
I love this part of the movie.
It's about to happen.
Oh, is it time?
Everyone, give me your upvotes. Oh,
Hype
yes!
machine activated.
Yes!
I can feel it. The upvotes. The favourites.
Is this the first, like, anime showing of, like, DNA Digivolution?
I think it is. Or at least to this scale.
Yeah, what a debut for the concept, you know?
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, first we had this, and then we had Pyuldramon, who was just awesome as all hell.
But guys, if we take our time
And
and
stick
if we
together.
stick together,
Yeah, you know, it's not like there's a nuke going off at any minute. You know, just take your time with this. You know, really drink it in.
Give me a second, these textures take time to load.
wait for the big reveal.
This blew my fucking mind as a kid. This was amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Omnimon is the
Omnimon,
shit.
motherfuckers.
Fucking Omnimon!
And then it's just like that scene in the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 where Sora and Riku just blast the fuck out of Xemnas.
Yep. X and triangle. Peace!
Oh,
Why do you have these back?
Oh, this song's so good.
goosebumps every time. Goosebumps every time I see this scene.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna have a little jam whilst this is on.
Someone put a lot of points into his reflect skill.
Oh, it's like I'm actually playing Digimon Warriors Legends.
Although, just to bring a little moot point, unfortunately, such a shame that Paul Gordon's no longer with us.
Oh, definitely.
Who's that?
Paul Gordon, he's the guy who did the song.
Oh,
Let's kick it up. He died in February this year. He fronted the B-52s, among other bits and pieces.
He also performed quite a few of the other Digimon songs, because he performed the Digimon theme and also Change into Power,
Yes.
along with Let's Kick It Up.
He did a couple of them, yeah. He died earlier on this year, like I say. It was 52.
Oh, crap.
Have you guys ever seen Return of Diaboromon?
No, actually.
I have not either.
It's basically... Well, it's in the title, so it's not really a spoiler what happens.
Oh, jeez.
It's the O2 kids having to deal with them this time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could tell your disappointment from that.
They're just not as good as the originals.
No.
It's not nostalgia.
But we do get the glory that is Paladin mode.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Quick, send your memes! Shitpost like you've never shitposted before!
Freakazoid, where are you when we need you?
Diaboromon's just like, this is why I don't go to Reddit.
This is what happens when you browse R new.
For the last time, I don't need any penis enhancements. Jesus!
I think Izzy's line there is one of the best things I've ever heard anybody say to a villain ever. It's just the most impending doom of "you've got mail." And then the fucking line from Omnimon.
Oh, this bit is so tense, I love it. Oh, right in the goddamn head.
Oh, connection terminated, motherfucker.
No, I just like this bit that comes up next, because it just sums up the entire thing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That whole moment is just so well done.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best way to have sort of done that whole final countdown bit, I think, that I can recall in recent memory.
I also love the fact that the sword is caught in between the two hands. I don't know if you noticed that.
Ooh, shipping!
I think if there are two ships that most people would generally go with, it's Tai and Sora and TK and Kari.
Hey, it's all about Izzy and Mimi.
Well, that has become a thing now.
Oh, yeah, thanks to Try. Jesus wept.
Wouldn't the radiation from that nuke sort of contaminate the water?
And now we move on to life now that the internet is no longer a thing. It's all flowers and rainbows.
Not if the missiles are watertight, Kieran.
I mean, the thing is that really it should have exploded and killed everyone.
Oh, yeah.
But, we can forgive it. It's an anime.
Yeah, they just kind of shut it down mid-flight.
Also, the sheer fact that they just outright fucking killed Diaboromon instead of beating him.
Imagine how envious the other Digidestin must be of this guy. He gets 2 fucking Digimon. That's so unfair. It's just like, why does he get 2?
Gee Willis, why does your mum let you have 2 Digimon?
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, we're in the O2 era now. Is he still a nerd, but he's our nerd?
He now has broadband, so, you know.
Matt trying to become the next Kurt Cobain.
Fuck off, Matt. Boo!
I didn't really think much of that guy.
Yolei's alright, I guess.
Yoli represent.
Well, if you go back to during the end of the last bit of the movie, you actually see Yoli.
Yeah, I know.
Which is quite fun and
Point
quite adorable.
I'm guessing this is before Ken, then.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I don't think Ken turns up at all, actually.
It's a shame.
I guess I should ask the question then again, and I'll throw it around the table just so we don't end up talking over each other. What do we think about, like, O2? You can be as, like, detailed as you like. Digi, let's start with you.
I enjoyed it, but, you know, nowhere near as much as Adventure 01. I felt that I enjoyed the characters more in Adventure than I did in 02, just because I found that they were less annoying and obnoxious. Like, Davis is okay, he's just not Tai. Like, it suffered from that syndrome for me for quite a lot. I mean, I appreciate the fact that I can see TK and Kari, like, grown up now, and I can appreciate them as characters again. But, yeah, as overall, it felt like it didn't have the same vibe to it. But I really enjoyed some of the new Digimon. Like, Demi-Vemon is the cutest fucking thing on the planet.
Wormmon was really, really cool too. He just had that right element of comedy relief and just being absolutely awesome. Plus his voice is pretty much top-notch in the dub.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
Sometimes I'm so smart it scares me.
Wormmon's basically the Cogsworth of Digimon.
Yes!
He really is! He's so good, though! But yeah, as far as the second one goes, I think it kind of still suffers from the same thing as the whole first season being the Tai and Matt show. It does eventually go to the Davis and Ken show in a weird way. But you do get to see some more awesome stuff. I mean, you have like Pyodramon, Imperial Dramon, you got the Digi-Egg things thrown in there as well. They threw in a few extra knickknacks in there that you kind of get distracted from the fact it's turned again into a two-man show, so to speak. But I really enjoyed it, personally. I mean, I'll still say Tamers is top dog, absolutely, but it was enjoyable for what it was, definitely, and I do agree with the whole getting to see the characters you grew up with grow up a bit more and sort of still partake in the whole shenanigans.
Kieran, what about you, mate?
I quite like O2. There's a lot of good moments in there. Like, I like the new egg Digivolutions, especially, I can't remember his name, but Vemon's Flame one.
Flame
Dramon.
There we go, then.
How could you forget that?
I especially like Magmamon as well. I enjoy the fusions as well, especially Imperial Dramon. Imperial Dramon is a fucking work of art. And then there's Black War Greymon, which breaks my heart. Black War Greymon, the real MVP of Digimon.
Richie, what about you, mate?
I say I will always look back on O2 very nostalgically. Like, it was a big part of my childhood. I mean, it's part of why the soundtrack is so deeply ingrained. And even though critically it's easily the weaker of the three series that most of us have watched, and also I think in terms of the ending, it went a little bit haywire because I think they were rushing it at that point for whatever reason. I think because of budgets and whatever. So it ended up being a little bit of a mess, technically, but I will always be incredibly fond of it. Largely because of, obviously, the TK and Kari being older, and they were always my favourite Digidestined. So I was absolutely down with more TK and Kari.
Okay, as for me, I remember enjoying O2 as it aired, but then again, I was a kid, I probably would have enjoyed anything. I loved the whole, like, armor Digivolution thing. I loved all the different forms for that, but I'm a sucker for, like, armor and stuff. I think it is a little bit of a downgrade from O1. I think the older, like, original Digidestined kind of stole the show, 'cause Davis is basically Ty Light. Cody's sort of a nothing character. Like, no offense to fans who like him. Yuri's fine, I guess. She works well with Kari, I think. And older TK and Kari are a good addition to the group. My favourite part of O2 is actually the final arc where they go all around the world and find the various Digidestined, and we get to see them in, like, Australia and other countries. And, you know, the DNA Digivolution stuff is pretty awesome, and it was a decent end to the series, but I just enjoyed Tamers a lot more. I can see why people didn't like O2 as much as the original. It was a little bit scattershot sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. Terriamon is so adorable.
He was so cool, they actually gave him to Henry in Tamers.
Mm-hmm.
Do Willis and Henry have the same voice actor? Because they sound similar.
Let's have a look.
Trainmon!
Now, I should probably bring up, with this entire sequence, so the Digimon that is getting, well, trying to freeze TK and Kari here, has, in the narrative itself, actually taken all of the older Digidestined and made them younger and got them locked away somewhere. Obviously in the dub version that's just simply not there, but it is in the Japanese version.
Oh, so that's why they're kids later.
Yes, and the section at the start where Kari was going, like, explaining what all the older kids were doing, those shots were actually what those kids were doing when they were taken by this evil Digimon.
Okay.
So, pretty much that entire subplot got cut from this, which explains a lot.
You could have had like 5 more minutes, guys. Come on. But to answer your question, Kieran, Willis is voiced by Bob Glauberman and Davis is voiced by Brian Donovan, so they are 2 different people.
Oh, I meant Willis and Henry from Tamers.
Okay. Let me look it up. Digimon Tamers.
So we've kind of talked about Series 1, 2, and 3 of Digimon, but we haven't really spoken very much of 4 and 5.
That's because hardly anybody watched them.
Yeah, I'd never watched them.
I can kind of give a brief opinion of what my thoughts on 4 or 5 were like. 4 just seemed weird to me because the whole idea of, okay, Tamers played with the idea of sort of the Tamers fusing with the Digimon, and then 4 kind of took it a step further where they become the Digimon. I was just like, I don't know, that seems like a step too far. Data Squad, Season 5, I thought was actually pretty damn good. But that was probably because I liked the idea of having a main character just punching the shit out of other Digimon.
Yeah, that's what I hear most
it's
about
just like, hey you! Boom!
Okay, Henry Wong in Tamers is voiced by Dave Wittenberg.
So, different voice actors.
Yeah, but that said, Bob Globerman is in Tamers, but he voices Shibumi, aka the guy who creates the Digimon in that universe.
Ah, okay.
Ah, fair enough.
Connections.
Okay. Very important question coming up.
Okay.
Favorite Digivice?
Ooh. The Tamers one, because you can do the card swipe.
I thought the Data Squad ones were really, really cool, but I don't know. I'm probably going to say Data Squad.
What about you, Richard?
I think I will always be classic Digivice.
The OG.
Always and forever.
Specifically the Tamers ones, but more specifically Takara's gold one he gets. Ooh. That one is nice.
Nice. What about you, Digi?
I am with Rich. I'm classic all the way, but I do really like the D terminal. that they have in 02. I do like the D-Terminal bit. And I quite like the 02 designs, like the more ergonomic Digivice. But I will still stick with Classic all the way, because it's just speaks to me on a spiritual level.
I like how we had kind of a balance for the Digivice design opinions there. Like, a couple of us like the OG, a couple of us like Tamers, and you have the one standout, the one black sheep of the family with Volkamar over there.
Good, you have to be different, don't you?
Well, I thought it was really, really cool. I liked the whole burst mode thing as well. That was just hype as all hell.
Nerd.
Shut up.
Gee, Volk, I bet you didn't expect to be digi-shamed when you walked into this call.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit oppressed here, honestly.
I just came out to record a good commentary and have a good time, and I honestly feel attacked right now.
Nah, I'm not like that, really.
So who is this fuck?
Willis.
Well, yeah, that answers the obvious question, but who is he in the context of the original film?
Well, in the context of the original film, he's a kid that Izzy was speaking to throughout the entire process of, like, Diaboromon's takeover, because he was the one who first learnt about it. And I think he and Izzy were talking beforehand. They were just friends, because obviously they were digidestined, so they knew each other from some way or another. So he was, in context, a friend of Izzy's, and then Izzy heard the warning from Willis about the egg in the first place, and then it goes from there. So, and then, yeah, like I say, he shows up here now, obviously, because he's still part of the story. Willis is kind of the thing that links all three together.
Okay.
Also, Zuda, my favourite brand of car.
I'm just looking up who voices Cody and Yoli.
Davis is such a dumbass.
Okay, bye.
Tiffany Kristen voices Yoli. She also voices Biomon.
Oh.
I thought they sounded kind of similar, but I never really picked the two together for some reason.
I have to say, a lot of the Digimon voice actors do voices of other characters. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and Felice Sampler voices Cody, and she, I think, also voices Mimi and Matt and TK's grandmother.
Yes. This is one of the things I did bring up earlier on.
Well, I just wasn't listening, Richie. You have so many facts, I have to tune some of them out.
Goodbye, Demi Vemon, I knew you well.
He is now a rookie level! He will now destroy all the things. Yeah, that's totally a thing that's gonna happen. It's like, oh yeah, he's getting ready to fight. Oh, he only digivolved once. Well, fuck. That kills the boner. Quick, put some Levi's on it! There, now it's champion level.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, is this some flame drum on in the goddamn house?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Alright, I got another question for you all. Like, out of just the Digidestin, what was your favourite armoured Digivolution? Volk?
Flame drum on. He just had a cool voice as well, so, you know, that sells it completely.
So, it's probably technically Flame Dramon because he was... I really liked him. Really, I probably should say Pegasusmon because, you know, TK represent him, but still.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Digi?
I also enjoyed Pegasusmon, but I think out of all of the armoured ones, I think I remember Flame Dramon the most. He was the one that I sort of looked at and just went, fuck, he's amazing. So there was him, and is it Gar? No, I'm going to stick with Flame Dramon. I can't remember any of the others off the top of my head, so yeah, definitely Flame Dramon.
Okay, well, I have, like, the Digi-Egg chart right here.
Oh, okay.
You have the Digi-Egg of Courage, which is for Flame Dramon. The Digi-Egg of Friendship, which allows Vemon to Armor Digivolve to Raydramon. Oh,
Raydramon was really cool as well, actually.
I now have pants.
The Digi-Egg of Love
Halsamon
allows Hawkmon to evolve to Halcymon.
Halcymon, the Wings of Love.
Yeah, because, like, Digi-Eggs can let multiple Digivolutions happen. God, there's, like, so much info here. I'm just, like, going through it. Jesus.
But yeah, as well as Flame Dramon, I did quite like Submarimon as well. That was pretty damn cool.
Submarine.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, the Digi-Egg of Sincerity.
Yeah, that's the one, I think.
Allows Hawkmon to Armor Digivolve to Shurimon.
Oh, no, that's a different one. Shurimon. Oh, I don't really remember that one.
Shurimon's pretty cool.
Yes, is the one that's basically a shuriken.
Oh, yes! Yes, I remember now, yeah.
The Digi Egg of Knowledge. I'm not going to list every Digivolution, just the main ones.
Which one was Nefertimon again?
Nefertimon is Gatamon's
The one that Gatomon has.
Digimon Digi-Egg Evolution.
There you go.
Gatomon can armor Digivolve using the Digi Egg of Knowledge to Butterflymon.
What's Nefertimon then? Might be remembering that wrong.
There's so many eggs here, you can look it up if you want, otherwise I'm just
Yeah,
rambling
fair
for the rest of the commentary.
Yeah, there's so many eggs, and yet they only decided to use 3 for Cyber Sleuth, which perplexed me immensely, honestly.
Either way, hey Digimon!
Champions of the digital world.
The Digiworld is safe in the Digimon's hands. What you can't do, the champion can.
Okay, there you go, there's the rap.
And the Digimon fights and the Digimon wins. The Digimon, yeah, you get the idea.
There's something odd about having this song whilst bounding around majestically on this mean-looking
Yeah, I
mofo
know.
right here.
Like, look at me, I'm majestic. Hey Digimon.
Doesn't really fit tonally, no.
Now, here's a funny story. So, back in the day, when they had all the toys for the Digimon, particularly during the O2 series, they had action figures that transformed into... So you had the Digi-Eggs, and they actually transformed into the Digimon. And I remember I definitely had Flame Dramon, I definitely had Halcyon. I'm pretty sure I had quite a few of the others as well. But I remember very specifically a day when I wanted to get Rhydramon, and we went to Argos, and we ordered it, and they had to order it in, and then I went to go and pick it up, and it was Flame Dramon, and it was just like, that's not the one I asked for. I was so heartbroken.
I have a similar story to that, where I spent ages trying to get a 3DS. I wanted the red one specifically. I opened the box and it was blue. It was a red one in the box as well.
Oh, no, that's got that.
The worst.
We've been bamboozled.
Oh yeah, you sent me down the river on a ruse cruise.
Well, at least it had a colour.
Yeah, yeah.
It could have been worse. They could have just sent you an unpainted 3DS.
The Digi-Eggs were pretty cool though, because the only one I remember having was Magmamon himself, which is where my love of Magmamon comes from. But I did have Imperial Dramon as well.
Oh, are you saying Magnamon?
Yeah, Magnamon.
I thought you were saying Magmamon.
I'm trying to say Magnamon, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Isn't he one of the legendary knights?
He is one of the 13 Royal Knights, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that he's the golden Digi-Egg.
Hold on. I'm going to see if I can name all of the Royal Knights off the top of my head. Omnimon, Alphamon, Crusadermon...
Wait, hang on, I'll get the list up. What is it?
Okay.
Got it.
13 Royal Knights, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Richie, you can see to it.
Oh, here we go, right, go on.
Alright. Omnimon,
Omnimon's definitely there.
Alphamon,
Alphamon's definitely there.
Crusadermon,
Yes.
Magnamon,
Magnamon, yes.
let me see here. Gallantmon,
Yes.
Imperial Dramon Paladin mode technically counts as a Royal Knight, I believe. It's kind of up in the air.
He's not on this list, but
All Force Vidramon.
yes.
Who else? Jessamon,
Yes.
Gankumon.
Yes.
It's getting tough now. I got 9 so far. Who else? Oh, Dynasmon.
Yes.
Who else? Examon.
Yes.
Oh, no, there's only 2 left. Okay, come on,
You
brain.
can do it.
There's 3.
Come on, brain, work. I've said Alphamon already, haven't I?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Oh no, I've been really put on the spot
It's
now.
fine, you named most of them.
Okay, do you want me to put you out of your misery for the last 3?
Yes, please do.
Craniumon, which I don't think you mentioned.
No, Craniumon is one I don't mention. It's probably one of the more obscure ones, if I
Yep.
recall correctly.
Kentorusmon.
Oh, Kentorusmon, I should have got him. He's the freaking merry-go-round
And
pony, of course.
Leopardmon.
Oh, Leopardmon, yes, of course. He's like the main villain of Cyber Sleuth. How did I not get him?
And that is your lot.
You did good, kid.
Yep, there we go.
Very good, very good.
I think I did alright. 10 out of 13 ain't bad.
You did very well.
You fucking dweeb.
Well, I'd hope I'd at least remember some of them after spending so long in freaking Cyber Sleuth.
How many hours?
110 in total.
just to like get back to the movie and like get out of like list war territory and shit, I have to say I think this is the weakest like third of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree. There's not really a whole lot to it, really. It's kind of a lot of, pandering around and, not a lot of actual fighting or build-up or anything like that. It's just, hey, I are big scary Digimon, hear me roar.
Yeah, basically, it's just like, oh no, here's the bad thing, kill the bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think the reason for most of these problems is because they cut the majority of the footage out of this film from this bit. So it's really not.
Oh, is this Kirpymon coming up?
Told.
Oh no, is that Lumon?
Yeah, so we had Wendigamon, which is what that big hulking thing was, and he's digivolved into Antilamon.
Kirpymon, I think, comes next, if I recall correctly.
The animations for the O2 Digivolutions are weird in this. Just like big old globes and whatnot.
Well, no, I think that's just Terrimon's Digivolution because he's different.
Okay.
All of the other guys do have their original Digi-Egg Digivolutions.
Okay. The drill of power.
Oh, I've just remembered what I was going to tell you earlier. You can kind of tell that Willis is related to the first half of the movie because he's got an original Digivice.
Ah, okay.
He doesn't have a O2 one. Here we go. The Wings of Love.
Is that Steve Bloom?
When I hear somebody say love, that's not the first thing I think of, to be fair.
Neil Kaplan, who voices Hawkmon, also does Halcymon and Twin Boy 1.
And Computer Voice number 2 and Professor.
Ah, yeah, can't forget those classic roles.
Now, Drillmon, get it together.
Okay, guys, super good question. Important question, rather. Favourite DNA Digivolution from O2? Volkmar.
Imperial Dramon has to be.
Richie?
Considering I can't remember most of them, probably Imperial Dramon.
Kieran?
Imperial Dramon, specifically Paladin mode.
Digi?
I'm in the same camp. I don't remember any of them, but I do remember Imperial Dramon, so...
Okay, I'll just go with Imperial Dramon as well, but I did like the one which was Kari and Yolei's Digimon.
Sylphimon.
Yes.
Sylphimon was kind of cool, and the other one was, Shakomon or something like that? Shakumon. It was kind of like the weird doll thingy that kind of looks like Orichalco Shuridos from Yu-Gi-Oh!
It was a Dogu figure.
Yeah, that was a Dogu figure. I just remember it because it looked like that damn Orichalco monster from Yu-Gi-Oh! That is my means of remembering it.
The reason I can recognise that as a Dogu is because I had to mention it a lot of times during Okami.
Ah, okay.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I think this is Kirpymon. Yep. Evil Kirpymon! Oh, God. That thing needs some mouthwash stat.
Well, actually, no, this is Evil Cherubimon.
Oh, that's it, yes, Cherubimon, yeah.
Cherubimon, but is also known as Kirpymon, for some reason.
Didn't one of the DigiDesync and Tamers get the regular, like, big bunny one?
Yes, Henry's sister.
Yeah, that's
Susie.
it.
I can't remember her name, though.
Susie.
Yeah, Susie.
Gotta pay attention, Volk.
Sorry. I've kind of got the movie on at the same time here. Oh god. What the hell is this? Seriously. Juggling? What kind of an attack is that?
A very effective one by the looks of it.
No, juggle me instead!
Yeah, that'll solve all the problems, won't it, Willis?
The thing is, the thing that I never understood about this scene is I imagine it's because all of it got cut out, but the fact that Armadillomon has his whole thing where he digivolves into, like, Digmon, has its whole point, says one line of dialogue and is then, like, undigivolved back to Armadillomon.
Oh, yeah!
Not only that, but he also stumbled, and that was basically his thing.
I'm pretty sure that is one of the many continuity errors during this sequence, is that a lot of the Digimon de-digivolve, and then suddenly they're re-digivolved again, and it doesn't actually follow through neatly.
I'm gonna look up the Digimon the Movie. Oh no, that's the series. I'm looking up mistakes right now.
Here we go. This is where this part of the movie starts picking up a bit.
Yeah.
It's like it took a while to get there, but it got there.
Well, War Games was interesting. Well, our War Game, I should say, was kind of interesting throughout. The original one, like the first segment, was just kind of cute. But, no, I'm not really feeling this. Maybe it's the O2 bias, I don't know.
I don't know, I think maybe just the pacing's a bit off, whereas with the second one, at least it's sort of... you could feel it really building up towards something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, fan service.
Here come the Dream Team. Ha!
Oh, god damn it.
Thank you, Exposition Kari. We appreciate the explanation.
Don't worry, we're about to have Exposition Angelwoman and Angemon.
At least you're here now, that's the important thing.
I'm always happy to see the Angel Digimon.
Yeah.
He's made of purple drink!
Oh god, is he digivolving again?
No, he's
No, he doesn't have an Ultra, luckily.
Wait, that's only a champion?
No, that's a Mega.
That's a Mega, yeah.
But for some reason it was like in Japan it's Rookie, Champion, Ultra, Mega, Ultimate, and then for some reason for us it goes Ultimate, Mega, then Ultra, which seems a bit weird, but I guess that's how it goes. Let me at him! I'm gonna ram myself down his throat and choke him to death!
Oh, okay. Is that how it's working in Dubland?
Yeah, here's the exposition. Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. They butchered this part of the movie, which is a shame because the rest of the movie kind of synced up pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, this is what happens when you try and shove what is essentially a 60-minute film into a 40-minute segment. At least I think that's what happens, or it might be they cut 40 minutes out of that original movie. So they lost a lot of stuff.
You're trying to dump a whole story into what is basically half an hour. Yeah, it's not going to work very well.
The old school trick of just run and flail your arms whilst running towards him and just hope something happens. The most effective fighting technique.
Oh, baby! Oh, yeah!
Seraphimon! Oh, he's so awesome.
God,
He
they
looks
love
Seriously,
amazing.
why was this not in Season 1?
He looks... Seraphimon is so good.
A thing that makes no fucking sense.
Ah!
I mean, seriously, a pink fluffy dragon from that? Just what?
At least Angemon maintains the human form. Like, he goes from Angemon to Magna Angemon and then to Seraphimon, so it turns into like a knight of armor. And then...
But what's wrong with Ophinomon? That's what I want to know.
Angemon?
Well, I'm a big fan of the never-ending story, okay? If you wanted something, like, closer to, what Angemon digivolved into, there's Ophanimon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ophanimon. That's what I was kind of hoping would be, like, the main one, not Magnadramon. Like, Magnadramon I can kind of see as a side thing, but I really think Ophanimon should have followed up as, like, the default.
And I think if she, like, DNA digivolves with, Lady Devimon, there's Mastmon, which looks badass.
Oh, yeah.
I think Mastermon was only for Cyber Sleuth, although I could be wrong. But yeah, Mastermon is badass as all hell.
Oh, Magnamon, yes!
Mm-hmm.
The Royal Knight makes his appearance.
You know what his fucking tile is? It's the Radiance of Miracles.
It's so good.
I find it a bit weird, though, how the armor form of Rapidmon is just literally his ultimate form, but gold.
Yeah, basically.
Like, could they have not, like, stuck him in the Mega or something a bit more significant?
Yeah.
Or just gone with something completely different?
I think out of the ultimates in, like, Tamers for the main 3 Digidesync, Rapidmon was probably my favourite form.
Yeah, it was pretty good, although I feel like with the armor form, they maybe should have tried a bit harder.
Yeah.
Out of the Tamers ones, Galamon will always be my favourite, specifically Crimson Mud.
Well, that's a Mega, isn't it?
Oh, I got them mixed up, sorry.
Curse these Digivolution stages.
I get so confused.
Well, the thing is, it's even funnier when you remember that... So it's Patamon, Angemon...
Oh god, that's creepy.
Looks just a bit. But it's Patamon, Angemon, Magna Angemon, and Seraphimon, right? But in terms of the flip side, it's Gatomon, Angiwumon, and then... whatever, I can't remember, the pink dragon.
Magnadramon.
That's the one, Magnadramon. You've always got to remember that Angemon is technically one step ahead of Angemon. That's always confused me as a kid.
Yeah,
It's like, no, they're the same stage, right? No, Angemon is technically a stage up. And I'm just like, oh, right, okay, yeah. This isn't confusing at all.
Well, the Gatomon line, like I said earlier, was just confusing as all hell. I try not to think about it too much because I value my brain.
The heart, Golden Digimon. First you must destroy my heart.
Behold my cute missiles!
Too cute! Ah!
No! Indigestion! Why now?
The pink stuff you just spell, for all intents and purposes, that was blood.
And now it's good, Kirpymon!
Oh, that's really weird.
That is really weird.
That is nightmare fuel of the highest order.
It's like, hi, I'm cute now!
And now I'm dead. Bye!
Okay, bye.
Remember
Who you are.
Or, if you're a fan of Compound Enter the Fist, this is CNN.
Yay, friendship.
Friendship wins.
So, I'm surprised they're not asking the obvious question, like, are we stuck like this forever?
Yeah. They're just like, shit.
At least they can have a cool spin-off Digi-Justin Babers.
Oh, please God, they already had Tiny Toons Adventures, which, to be fair, was pretty good.
Yeah, you damn right it is.
I like to think that the scene's after a time skip and it was just another couple of years they had to wait to get older again.
In this field.
Yeah, you know, it's no big deal. We know, just from Japan, just go all the way to New York. You know, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Wait for Willis and his charms. Oh, baby, there he goes.
And so the harem begins.
It wasn't, you know, good enough just to have one. No, he had to plan to peck on the cheek on both of them.
He had to have two. Cheeky bugger.
I mean, the thing is he just has to get his own back on Davis because Davis is so obnoxious.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, that's my Kari.
I think I can appreciate anyone who wants to take Davis down a peg.
Yeah, fuck Davis.
Fuck
Make
Davis.
him humble, damn it.
What a shit.
This might be the first time we've known that Digimon kind of come back as eggs, I think. Or it's the first time I learned about it, anyway.
Well, no, because, Angemon, first series, he went into Angemon to defeat Devimon, and then reverted to an egg.
Shit, yes, you're right.
You just got fucking told,
I
did
got
you?
told.
Oh, we're having fun now, guys.
Meanwhile, hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play.
No.
This was kind of out of nowhere.
Anime is a mistake.
Jesus Christ.
And so to the GIF, we add, well, it starts coming and we don't stop coming and we don't stop coming and
Okay,
we
come
don't
on,
stop
let's
coming.
actually try and end this on a professional note, shall we? Digi, your overall thoughts of Digimon the Movie?
First the first 2/3, great. Kept the pace up nicely, kept it going. Really nice to watch. Third part fell flat on its arse for the first half, but it picked up at the end. Overall, look at all those cast fucking names. Overall, it kept itself going just about, but I still enjoy it even coming back to it now. It's slightly nostalgia, slightly rose-tinted goggles, but at the same time, I can appreciate that it was an okay film.
Okay, Kieran?
Still after all this time, it doesn't hold up as much as it used to back then, but I still enjoy it a massive amount, specifically for our war game and the glory that is Omnimon.
Yeah. Richy?
Yeah, it doesn't hold up nearly as well as it did when I was a kid, and I think that is because of the whole continuity issues and all the issues they had trying to fit 3 films into one, but I will still look back at it really fondly, and even though it's critically in my heart, it will always be absolutely wonderful.
Volkamar?
I think I always felt the first part was kind of just like a follow-up to the second part, but it was a pretty good sort of like origin story, so to speak. Second part, absolutely amazing, can't fault it. Third part, kind of fell a bit of a false start, but did pick up right near the end, although I will say it's the weakest of the 3. The music, all top-notch, 10 out of 10, would listen again. But overall, good movie. I'd definitely recommend it.
As for me, it's kind of showing its age at this point, but I enjoyed it. Again, I'll just echo the sentiment that the first 2/3 were great. Third, they just kind of butchered it. It was sort of all over the place. But it ended with Magnamon and Golden Rap involved, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that was Digimon the Movie. We want to thank our friends from Digital Paradox for joining us. Thank you, Digi. Thank you, Kieran.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, yeah.
And, of course, the ever-wonderful Richy and Volk.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, we'll see you next time for another Hellfire Comms movie commentary. Bye for now.